might be wondering why it's so quiet and why am I so sad. The reason being is I'm driving an electric vehicle. I'm going against what I stand for when it comes to cars. And the biggest problem is I think I like it. Quick! Oh my god, that's quick! Why is this so good? Welcome back to another episode of Blazzer Reviews. My name is Mohammed. I've been thinking about reviewing an electrical vehicle. I didn't want anything boring, so I chose this. A 2021 Porsche Taycan Turbo. And today, we're gonna flip it. '21 Porsche Taycan, and this is our first impressions. We just got the keys, we just jumped in. It feels very Porsche, to be honest. I wasn't expecting it to feel this sporty. You sit low, it feels really Porsche. It feels like you're driving a 911, I guess. Massive display screens, electrics. As soon as you jump in the car just detects you and it's ready on. Apparently, all I gotta do is put it in drive and get going. I am going against what we stand for on this channel. EV was the last thing on my mind, but I thought, let's give it a go. And is this Taycan gonna change my mind on EVs? So let's get straight into it. So we're just gonna put it in drive. So you can adjust pretty much everything in this car. Your seats, your steering wheel, everything you can think of, you can adjust in this car. It is quiet and there is a little button here that you can turn on and you'll make some sort of electric noises. It gives you a bit of a feel. You can adjust the height if you're going over a high speed hump. It doesn't get more raw than this. Who would have thought Blazzer Reviews would be reviewing an electric vehicle? So the only thing you're probably going to hear is my voice and every bump I go on. So far, honestly, I didn't think it's going to feel this special inside, but it's really, really nice in here. Really nice. You sit very low. The cockpit is actually very nice, very sporty, luxury, all the finest materials. I can see what you're paying for. And like I said, you can adjust anything you can think of. There's so many buttons, so much tech. It really shoots off the mark. You put your foot down and you can feel the torque. So I'm just gonna put this electric, I don't know if you guys can hear it, but it does give you like a little rumble. So very straightforward, first impressions. I felt a little bit overwhelmed with all the screens. You know, I got a bit of a rundown with the owner and it's pretty much smooth sailing from there. Feels very stiff, very planted to the ground. It feels really Porsche to the extent that you think you're gonna turn it on, you're gonna hear a Boxster engine, but there's no noise. That electric sound thing is actually not bad. Bit of a feel like you're driving a car kind of thing. Just gonna give it a little squirt here. Oh my god. Oh my god. What is that? Guys, this is the first time I drive an electric vehicle to its potential. I've driven electric vehicles before, boring ones, and I couldn't really give it what it's got, but this thing, oh my god, it's insane. This thing is so instant, it takes you to a different dimension when you put your foot down. And we're not even in sports mode. I haven't even launched it yet. I am a little baffled, to be honest. That's insane. It's actually insane. I got an AMG GTS in front of me and I wish I could give him a run because I think this thing would absolutely blow his doors. But hey, his car sounds a lot better. Oh my God, that power is just insane. Really, really insane. Low visibility in the back. Like for the size of the car, I would have thought it's gonna feel a lot more spacious inside, but it actually feels pretty tight in here. Very feels like you're driving like a small sedan. But I'm not complaining about comfort. It feels really, really nice in here. The seats are comfy, the steering feels amazing. That Porsche logo just staring at you in the face. And this is actually a very impressive first impression video. I'm gonna score it right now and give it a 4.5 out of 5 for first impressions. I'm minusing a bit of points because it's an EV and I'm going against what I stand for. So apologies for Porsche. This is an amazing first impressions, but I'm really an engine guy. I am a real motorhead that has to hear that combustion engine. When it comes to looks, I gotta admit, for an electric vehicle, it's not that boring. We have massive 21-inch rims with massive steel brakes, not ceramic. It's got a dual charger, one on this side, one on that side that you just swipe to open. 360-degree camera on the mirrors. We have retractable door handles that open up when you come near the car. My favorite part has to be this rear wide tail light. Look how nice this looks. At night, it looks amazing. We've got an electric boot that's pretty quick compared to other cars. And then it does have a wide, nice stance. It's pretty low to the ground. It is a 4-door, but it's still sporty for an electric vehicle. The part I dislike is a couple things. We have some vents that don't actually work. For a Porsche, come on, I actually thought they're functional. And the front end. If Porsche just left their signature circle front headlights, this car would have gotten a 5 out of 5. But they didn't. So we're gonna give it a 3.5 out of 5 for looks. Interior. When you first jump into the cockpit, it feels special. Premium materials all around. We have massive display screens, 10.9-inch infotainment system, an optional second screen for the passenger. We've got this center display screen that has a center touchpad that pretty much controls everything. Everything in here is touch. I'm not a huge fan of touch everything. I would prefer some dials, but in this car, 99% of it is all touch screen. All your ventilation is electrical controlled. It has 2 nice cup holders here, a bit of storage with 2 USB-C charging ports, and we've got a 12-volt charging port in there as well. It's got cup holders on the side. You've got enough room, but I gotta admit, I did think that this car would be a lot more spacious on the inside, but it does really feel pretty compact. The seats of this Porsche are probably one of the most comfortable seats that we've sat in. They're buckets, they're leather. You can literally control every part of the seat. From the butt rest, you can extend it out, you can go lower, you can tilt it up, higher. These are probably one of my favorite seats. So you got your dial here that controls your driving modes, and you also have all the touch buttons that can control driving modes from here. You can turn on the electrical sound from here, adjust your height of the vehicle, suspension, and traction control. You got pretty much all your light controls are electric as well. Everything is electric and touch. There's very minimal dial. The Porsche Taycan rear seats. Like I mentioned before, I would have thought this car is a lot more spacious in the rear and in the inside of the interior, but it is a bit compact, a bit tight. But the rear seats are pretty upright, but in terms of legroom and headroom, it's pretty good. We have a center console here for the rear seats with 2 cup holders, premium leather interior, and we got a little display screen here for your aircon and climate controls for the rear seat. So for the rear seat of the Porsche Taycan is pretty good. Boot space. It has a 366 litre boot space. For the size of the car, it's not too bad. I'll tell you one thing while we're here that I really hate. That rear window is tiny on the inside. You can barely see out of it. We have 2 infotainment display screens, one for the passenger and one for yourself. The passenger can control their own thing on that side and you control everything here. We can pretty much control everything from driving modes to chassis, suspension, electronic sound. We have your calls, you got even your assistance, braking assistance, parking assistance, lane. It's got everything you can think of when it comes to electrics. We've got ambient lighting. You control your vents all electronically, which is not that ideal. I prefer to just do it with my hand. We have a Bose sound system that sounds amazing. Apple CarPlay, all the whistles and all the blows you want interior, it has it. So for interior, we're gonna give it a 5 out of 5. Let's talk performance. It doesn't have a boxer engine. It has a 800 volt electric motor that produces around 680 horsepower, 500 kilowatts. It goes 0 to 100 in 3 seconds. On control active. It's quick! Oh my god, that's quick! I left my face over there. Seriously, that's power at another level. It weighs 2.4 tons, but still handles like a Boxster. It actually feels light and nimble. Handles really, really well. It has sensors that sensor the ground to stiffen up your suspension around corners and soften them up on speed bumps. It can do launch control after launch control without affecting any power and any heating components. The thing is brutal. It really takes you to a different dimension when you put your foot down. Oh my god, that's quick! And for performance, I have to give it a 5 out of 5. Although I don't want to support the electric vehicles, but I can't deny this thing is absolutely insane. I can feel the torque in the back of my neck. I'm going 90k and I went 125. In literally 1 second. I can't explain how insane this thing is. You put your foot down and you go into a different dimension of space and time. I haven't driven or been in anything so instant. It's crazy. 5 out of 5 for performance. When it comes to pricing, this is where it hits deep. These things, a 2021 model is going for around 150,000 here in Australia. It's way too expensive for what you're getting. Although it is exciting and it's brutally fast and the interior is really, really nice and amazing, I think that price tag is way too steep. If this was around $80,000 to $90,000, it would be really considerable. But it's not. It's $150,000, and that's secondhand. And these things depreciate in value hard being electric. So when it comes to price, no good. Oh my God, that's insane. I feel like I'm driving something from the future. I've never driven anything like this. Like, I don't have to worry, this guy's here. Oh my God, that's so quick. So instant. It's amazing. Wow, wow, wow. That was the 2021 Porsche Taycan, our first electric vehicle review. Although the future does look exciting and I really enjoyed this car, it was brutal. It's so fast and instant torque is insane. But nothing would replace a combustion engine. This car can't do this or this or these things. And the price tag is way too high. For $150,000, I can get a car that would excite me till the day I die. Sorry, Porsche, this doesn't do it for me. And sorry for the electrical vehicle lovers. I know where you're coming from. It is the future, and the future does look a bit bright, but nothing will replace a combustion engine. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Comment below what you'd like us to review next, and we'll see you on the next one.